the video. I don't know how well this is going to show because I'm going to be driving. But anyways, welcome in. Y'all, today I'm just going to come on and kind of talk about my co-working space. I'm just now in the office. And this is like the second time that I've been there in 2 years. And if you watch my video a couple of weeks ago, I told you guys, hey, I need to start going into my space. And in this video, I'm kind of all things t-shirt, right? Anything that has to do with t-shirt business or business in general, we're going to talk about it on this channel. I do a lot of lives and I just kind of pop up. That's my style. This is just kind of pop up, and when you see me, you see me, and when you don't, then you don't. Oh, don't run the light, girl. Hold up. So, first of all, I had an interesting day. It's been a very, very busy day today. I was lucky enough to get invited to do a little role in a movie. Nothing fancy. That took about 2 hours to get it done, but it's literally probably gonna be like a 2 second clip or cut of me. Hopefully, it makes the movie. So had to go out to Fort Worth this morning, do that, and then after that I had a client that I needed to meet, and she didn't want to drive to my house. I no longer live in Dallas, so she didn't want to drive to my house, so I had to go and meet her at my business office. Yes, y'all, I do have a business office. So I went into the office today to meet her, and as I was sitting in the office, I was thinking about, like, okay, what other things can I do? Why did I get the business office? When I moved from my business location and shut down and decided that, hey, I no longer want all of these bills. I no longer want all of these extra business property taxes. I no longer want all of this extra drama and stuff in my life, and I just want to make my money and be happy. When I made that move, there was one thing missing between me and my customers that was keeping us connected, and that was a business office, a place for me to meet my customers and talk to them. Of course, people who have been doing business with me for years, they're cool, right? Because they know you, it's fine. You know, they don't come to your office anyway. They place their calls, their orders by email or by phone. We normally drop off or ship, so it's not a big deal. But when you have new customers that really want, like, to meet with you, there are times when the Google Meets or the Zooms, times that those just don't work for me. So, or work for the customer. It always works for me. It always works for me. But there are times when it just does not work for my client. So I have to get out and, come into the office. And for probably the past 2 years, I'm going to say maybe sometimes I miss a lot of money. Sometimes I miss money, y'all, because I don't go in to meet people. And it's kind of like, okay, well, dang. So you're just kind of going off of reputation. And if you don't have a reputation, like, what do you do? Like, if you're new getting into business, there's no way in heck that you can just be like, oh, okay, well, hey, I only do Zooms or I only do Google Meet. So it's kind of hard in that aspect. So my office right now, y'all, I got a huge, great deal on my office, right? I'm only paying like $75 a month for my office. And I get to go in 2 days a week. And then any other time that I go in, I can just sit around in the lobby or in the lounge, and I can still go in and meet people, but I just don't have a private office. And that's pretty cool. That's still cool with me. I don't really care, So today I went in and met with a lady that was wanting to pick up some shirts. And I also had another guy that, hold on, y'all. Okay. I also had another guy that wanted to come by, and he wanted me to show him some stuff. So showed him some samples, things like that, and then had the lady pick up. But what are other things that you could do? Like, when you're in your business office, you can get on the internet. You can actually, like, I can actually go there and sit there and get online because there's free Wi-Fi. There's We have a coffee machine. We have a copy machine where we can do. I can go in there and I can like print out free copies of stuff and things like that, and just kind of hang out. But the biggest thing takeaway is that you have 12 floors. You have 12 floors in the building, and those 12 floors have other businesses, right? In there. And so it's really easy to advertise to people. Like I was sitting there minding my own business, and here comes a guy and pops out his door. Hey, I've never seen you here before. I said, oh, I've been in this building almost 4 years now. He said, well, I ain't never seen you before. I said, well, honey, I'm here. And popped out my business card and said, hey, here's my card. And we started up a conversation. What do you do? What do you do? You know, that type of thing. I really kind of miss being in that kind of corporate space where you have other businesses and people walking around and kind of being dressed up and jazzed up and all of that. So I'm actually preparing to do classes, to start back doing my classes, and I can use my office to do classes. You can use your office to do meetings, and there are all types of offices there. Like you have conference rooms. We have a podcast room. We just have all types of stuff down there in the office, y'all. So it's a lot of stuff that you can do. This street is raggedy as heck. Hold on, trying to find something that my client gave me to show you guys. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can like do in your office. I even had, so while I was sitting there and I was waiting on my clients to show up, I ended up getting online. Sometimes you can get online, you can, work on your website, you can look at orders, you could do, it's kind of hard today for me to talk to my ChatGPT because I was out on the floor. When I got there, they didn't have any offices. So you're really supposed to call in advance and, like call in advance and book your offices. But y'all know me, honey. I just showed up. It was like, I'll take whatever you got. But got a new client. Check out her website. It's burns.com. That is her website there. Hopefully y'all can see it. Anyways, this lady, she sells peppers. So she gave me these to try. Reaper bell pepper. We have a Cheyenne pepper. Because she asked me which ones did I like. Do I like hot stuff or spicy or what? And so she makes her own peppers. This is the kind of stuff you do like when you get out in small businesses, right? You get to find all this good stuff. So I'm going to think of some other things that I can do for her and her business. So it was really cool. I was able to sit down, talk to her, have a little coffee with her versus if I'm at home and somebody just comes and pick up, then they just really come pick up and they go, right? It's just like boom, boom. Hey, I'm gonna bring it outside to you and you in, you out, and you gone. But when I'm there in my business office, I got a pep in my step, and it's a whole nother vibe for me, y'all. Y'all like my faux ponytails, baby? My son told me today that it was giving 30. Okay, not 55. But so yeah, so like doing stuff like that, when you are able to just get out, you just meet people. Like I met probably about 6 or 7 people today that I handed my business card to, and unfortunately all of them didn't know me or did not even know that I was even in that building. It was like, baby, where this lady come from? You've been here how long? This is that other. So my intentions is to go in and start doing the office parties. At least go in on Fridays, y'all, because Friday is happy hour. In case you guys don't know, if you have like I'm trying to figure out how to get to this dang on freeway. That's another thing. I got to figure out how to get to the freeway. But I'm going to tell y'all something in just a minute as soon as I keep looking down the streets trying to figure out how to get to the dang on expressway. Now that looked like that might take me to it. Oh, I sure hope so. I hope this ain't a dead end. But my goal for 2025, since my goal is to get out and more people, right? I've decided that what if I just go in like on Fridays, right? I'll just go in on Fridays for happy hour, even when I don't want to go in and I ain't really got nothing to do. I'm just going to go up there on Fridays for happy hour because that's the time when other people are there that you can meet. But there's so much stuff that you can do there at your business office, and you can use your business office to receive your packages, right? It's just a different vibe, a different look. And just to like, if you don't want mail coming to your house, if you want your business, you don't want your business information out there. If you need a place to list your business, like my place is on Google, right? I ain't never there. I can't list my house on Google. I don't want people coming to just pulling up at my crib. So that was one of the main reasons for me to get it. And I sit back and I'm like, why haven't you been there in the last couple of years? It's just like laziness. Really, it's just like laziness. So yes. So it's just like laziness of me not going there and doing stuff, because they have a business listing, so I could really like just get the whole business listing and advertise to those people, market to those people. Start back doing before, when I was there and I would go all the time. Sometimes they have like meet and greet nights and things like that, and then you find like different groups that are in different businesses that are there. They got different stuff going on, so it's really good for like getting out and meeting people, not just for the business. And then hey, if you want Wi-Fi, they got free Wi-Fi. If, let's say, today they said, well, Latana, go over on Cole Street because they've got offices over there. So I'm not, with my business office, I can go to any business office in the world. So if it is, long as it's owned by this company, it doesn't matter. I can be in California and I need an office. Let's say, so I was thinking about going to Long Beach, but I'm not going to end up making Long Beach. I could easily go, let's say if I went to Long Beach and there's an office location there, which there is, all I have to do is just jump on there and say, hey, go on there, book my office for that day, right, within my plan. And it allows you to be in any part of town. So let's say if I'm in Dallas and I got a customer that's in North Dallas, right? And I don't want them to drive way to downtown, or let's say I need to go over to Fort Worth, I can easily book an office in Fort Worth. So I do like the flexibility of it. Ken and I were talking about maybe getting another office somewhere, and I was like, well, I'm gonna let the office downtown go. And he was like, no, because my lease was up. He was like, no, don't let your office downtown go. You need to keep that. So that's how I ended up keeping it. We're gonna swing by this bazaar and see if they're open, because I was asking my son, I was like, do people even still shop at bazaars? And he was like, Mom, you can make a lot of money over here in this bazaar. So I'm like, let me slide through, see what's going on. But yeah, so that type of thing. What's the next exit up? I don't even know if they're open on today, but I'm gonna go through and see what's going on. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back into a bazaar type, atmosphere, but I got a whole lot of stuff that I can sell. So all that type of stuff, y'all, is real cool for me to try to, at the business office. I do like that. I like that I've got that flexibility of being wherever. So I'm planning on going to Atlanta, and I need to look and see if my offices are available there in Atlanta. Now, so many times I forget. I'd be like, I don't know where I'm going to hold a class, or I don't know where I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Kids like, take your ass down there to your office. You done forgot you paying this money. And y'all, I used to pay like $375 a month for this. I really lucked up. I really lucked up. I mean, $75 a month, I couldn't beat it. So, I really kind of looked up. Let's see what's going on here. Can I get in this place here? Is there any action here? Don't look like I can get in here. Oh, there goes some corn people. Looks like it's closed. Is this place closed or is it open today? What is going on? Let's see. Tuesdays. Oh, this place is closed. This place is open on Thursdays from 12 to 8, Fridays 12 to 8, Saturdays 10 to 8, Sundays 10 to 8. So Thursday through, so they're closed on Tuesday and Wednesdays. So they open 5 days a week. 12 noon is to 8 is not bad. That ain't bad. Although, that ain't bad at all. Not bad at all. Might think about it. Think about it. I have to come through here. So, kind of looking, trying to see like this certain area if I want to get down with this, if I want to jump back in on something like this, which might be, you know, hey, I don't know if I want to do a bazaar type atmosphere or not again, but I'll tell y'all the advantages of it. So a bazaar is, for those of you guys who don't know, bazaars are like meeting places where you have like this huge big building. It's kind of like a swap meet, but not really a swap meet because it is, so you have these spaces that are like blocked off, right? So everybody has spaces. Your space may be a 10 by 10, it might be a 10 by 20 or a 20 by 20, and you pay so much per month for the space. You rent them out by the month. The advantage of it is that you don't pay lights, you don't pay water. You will have to pay, if you're in a state like me that has personal business property taxes and you have equipment in there, oh, your ass is gonna pay that, right? But if you're, you know, in another state, then maybe you won't have to pay that. Now for me, that personal business property tax was so high, especially when I was running automatics, that it was like, I just don't want to keep paying on something that is mine and I own it, but because I'm using it in the business, I got to pay taxes on it. So with this type of thing, it's kind of like going out to an event every week or during the week. You got people that are pulling up and coming. The advantage is that you form a really big, powerful fist, right? Because it's so many of the same businesses that are there. Sometimes you might have, like, let's say I do t-shirts. You might have 20 t-shirt shops in this one place. Literally 20 t-shirt shops. Those not being people that are all doing custom t-shirts. Maybe you have like 2 shops. I would definitely go into a place that had, if it has another t-shirt shop in it, I would bail in, right? I would definitely bail into a place like that, because I mean, hey, competition brings money. Competition brings money. So kind of thinking about, just kind of, you know, don't know if it's something that I'm gonna do or not, but kind of, you know, I'm always looking, always thinking, trying to figure out some stuff. My sons say that, you know, they're down and that they'll do it. And, you know, with me, I'm kind of one of those types of people that I'm good to go and pop up in a bazaar and we can get it popping and all of that, but I'm not the person to really like sit there all the time and do the work. But if you have, like, if you need a place to meet people, that's another way to find cheap space, because it's cheap space and you got, each business is like feeding off of the other business. If you're really good, right, then, and you have a product, maybe you could be the plug to the people in the bazaar, which is where I would really want to be, is let me be the plug, baby. Okay, so But yeah, so just kind of thinking of like things that I could do, other things I could do down there at the office. I had my computer today, so I did get online. I was working on the website, checking emails, stuff like that. You know, just little things that you could do, figuring out, you know, your marketing campaign. You could do photo shoots at your business office because the lighting is amazing. The lighting is amazing, y'all. You know, the coffee is good, the snacks is good, you know, all of that type of stuff. Like I said, you get free copies, all of that type of stuff. Even if I need, let's say I need to run like 500 copies or something, baby, let me go down here to the business office and use that paper versus, you know, me using mine. Now I don't know if they'll let me come in there and be like, hey girl, you can't use up the paper like that, but you know, hey, even if I take my own, you know what I'm saying, it's still what it is. It's really fun today. It was cool. But my biggest thing is like me like getting up out of there. Like, okay, I need to get up out of there at a certain time, trying to figure out like what's gonna be. I'm driving slow. Come on, mister. Let me go and get by you, baby. Trying to figure out like what's gonna be my time frame that I can go there and then come back. I want to go there maybe next week, and maybe I'll start doing like the podcast down there or something. But it's always something. I think it's a good idea for you if you are like doing your business from home and you don't really have a place to meet people. It's a great place to meet people, and a place to start your business. You know, a way that you can start your business and start meeting folks and just getting out and just kind of hanging out and doing things. So my goal, you know, I checked it off my bucket list a couple of weeks ago. I said, hey, before the end of the year, I'm going to go down there. And my goal was actually to go down there twice. So this is my second time, boom. I done checked it out. So I want to go. My intentions is to go at least once a month. At least once a month to get my money's worth. I like to go once a week. But at least once a month, I'm going to try to make an appearance down there and try to go and, you know, do some things. Try to get myself to where I'm getting out of the house more in 2025. I said in 2024 that was the year that I was going to be out, and I still was in the house. But I did accomplish a lot of the stuff that I needed to accomplish. I really need to get my network back to $1 million, y'all. I was sitting up and I was thinking, I'm like, dang, you know, in the past 7-8 years, like, shoes, I used to sit back around and I'm like, shoes, I'm worth $1 million. But with assets and all of that stuff being sold and things, you know, going on in life and stuff like that, I need to get my assets together and get things back up to where my net worth is back up there. Like, if something happens to me, my kids can sell some shit, you know, and have their money. So really need to just, you know, focus on getting those goals done, things that I'm trying to do. And it's kind of hard because it's like I'm at a point in my life to where it's like, okay, I'm printing less, making more money, right? You want to print less but make more money. And so just kind of moving things and getting things done little bit by little bit that I need to get done. Thinking about stuff with my dad that he would tell me, you know, hey girl, you need to get this done, keep your weight up. So I've sold off a couple of properties, and so now I'm thinking, okay, well dang, I'm down to 3 properties. So I need to get that stuff back going, you know, like figure it out. Okay, well, if it's not going to be property, then what is it going to be? I finally it took me 2 years, but I finally have, you know, income coming in from one property, which it feels so good. It feels so freaking good, y'all, to be like, baby, I got some money coming in. So you got that money, that income coming in. That's just residual income that's coming in to where you ain't got to be worried about bills and this is that other, right? So it's like, okay, this can pay for this, and then you can spend other time on doing other things. Because baby, paying them taxes out my pocket been kicking my ass. Okay, we talking about property taxes, so it kicks my ass, y'all. So you know, especially when, because you can only homestead one property, boo. So you know, it's just kind of thinking of like different things, stuff that I want to do this year, and kind of feeling my way out, and just going back into the office is just like the first step of that. Like getting out there, maybe I'll do that for a year, because you know, after COVID, I said I'll never be back in the office again, and it's just taken me this long to say, okay, well, you know, hey, let's go down here, let's get some stuff going, and seeing, you know, hey, is it what I want to do? One of the downfalls, I'm going to tell you guys, like the downfalls of having a co-working space is that because you're not in the office 24/7, right? And you can only use your office so many days a week, you can't really leave all your stuff. So unless you find somebody that, like, let's say they want to be in that office all the time and you want to be in that office all the time, and then you guys book that office out and say, okay, well, I'm going to take Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm going to take Thursdays and Fridays, or somebody's going to take Monday, right? Maybe you hook up with somebody that's going to do 3 days a week, or however it goes, right? But they do have these carts, so these portable file cabinets that you can put your stuff in, and then you can move your stuff in and out. They have like a storage space, so you just have to go and just get your cart and roll it down there. So that's one of the disadvantages, because you can't, I guess you could have like a small, like a tumbler press or something like that, but as far as like a heat press off in there or something like that, I've never seen anybody do that. Now, when I held my class, there I did have heat presses. I had, because I had like a couple of heat presses, and I had the cutters. Everybody had cutters and stuff like that. In the one particular room that I was in, how many presses did we have? I think we had like 2 or 3 heat presses, along with everybody running their cutters, and one heat press actually just blew everything out, and so we was only able to run like 1 heat press. So you have to keep, you know, you have to keep that in mind. Like, what can you get done at your space? Maybe you could, you know, if you got a cutting machine, you can cut and stuff like that. But for me, I just never really cared about like taking in the equipment and moving equipment back and forth. That's just really not, you know, like my thing, to be moving stuff back and forth. So I'm about to get to the house, and I need to run my sublimation machine today, y'all. Y'all want to sub with me? I need to run this sublimation machine. I finally, so this order right here, that was my last order for the year, I think, unless something big comes up. That's it. I've got a couple of live events that that are in the planning phase for January. And I was telling Ken the other day, I was like, man, it's December and I done worked through this thing, right? I had like a slow August. I want to say like August and September was slow for me. Even October was slow, so that made me work longer this year than what I'm normally, you know, used to working. I'm normally November 15th, I'm done. So now I think I'm finally done, y'all, for the year. Unless, you know, there's just like, if there's like a big order that comes through where I can make like $1,000, $2,000 off of it, then I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna work it and take it, you know. But for the most part, I'm pretty much done. The website is almost complete where I want it to be. I'm still running. I'm actually running behind on that. And what was it? It was something that put me behind. I wanted to be done with it and I'm right there at being done with it. Hopefully I can finish it this week, because I still got another website that I got to go, and then another website that I got to do, and then I have 2 clients that I took on that I'm doing custom websites for, that have absolutely nothing to do with t-shirt business. So I like that, doing stuff that is different. So I've got 2 sites that I'm doing for clients that have their social media influencers, looking up their stuff for. And not like the social media influencers like what we see, where we have people doing t-shirts, but they do different types of influencing. So hooking up their websites for them. One girl actually has a website, and so I should be able to knock that off this weekend. The other one doesn't have a website, so we're going to be starting completely from scratch. And I basically told her is, hey, I think that we can get her a site up within a week. In 1 week's time, we can get a site up, and then we can go in and start modifying and changing things. And that's one of the biggest things with like people who are new and getting their websites up. People think that, hey, the website has to be perfect. You're never going to have a perfect website, ever. You're never going to have a perfect website. You're going to always be changing out products and changing out colors and switching up things. You'll get your framework together, and you'll always be changing up things. Like if you have a website and your website's just sitting and it hasn't been changed in 2 years or a year or 5 years, then it's really not, your traffic level will go down, right? The level of traffic that you're getting to the site, it's going to go down. And that's why, like, when you see companies like Custom Ink, you see their website constantly changing, right? Then when I say constantly changing, I'm talking about mainly like that front page, y'all, like that home page. Most of the shop pages are going to pretty much stay the same, right? There are ways to make your shop page, to jazz up your shop page or make it a little bit different, but mainly it's going to be those other pages, the blog pages, the home page is going to be the main thing that's going to constantly switch out. That's why you got to have 4 or 5 of them. I've got 3 home pages now. And so as I build a new home page, or edit it, I'll just save it. And then that way, if I want to go back to the old style, I can go back to the old style, that type of stuff. But hey, y'all, I'm about to pull up at the crib. I'm going to go in here and get me something to eat, honey. And it's warm out today. I need to go to my storage space, is what I need to do, and get some things organized. I may try to see if I can put together a video of this last event. It was lit. It really was. I may try to put that video together, but I think I want to do some sublimation. So I cleaned the sublimation printer the other day. Well, probably maybe a week or so or more ago, at least a week ago, and I haven't ran it. And so I'm gonna figure out something with that. I think I'm going to set a reminder for myself to run the sublimation printer every so often. Maybe I'll do it as on my calendar and do a calendar reminder or something like that. I don't know. Let's see, is anybody here at the house? So anyways, y'all, I'm pulling up at the Chrissy night. And what is this little girl doing over here? Hey, what are you doing sitting over there on the side of the house? Just sitting there like that. Oh. Y'all, I still got my Halloween stuff out in front of the house. So anyways, who's all on? Let's see. Tampa, Cynthia, Keisha. Hey, Mel was on. I don't see her. There it is, Little Minor. Hey, girl. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and get in the house, and I'll probably do a live in a little bit, maybe tonight. Just depends on how tired I am. Who knows? Y'all know I be saying I'm gonna do a live and then I don't. All right.